Alright, today what we're going to be doing is having you take a pre-test or a practice test for something called the EconChalenge. And what this is a national competition between students, different high schools all over the country. And the way it works is, first of all, it starts out as a test. So you take this test, you do well on it. Eventually, as you work your way up the rounds, you get to what is essentially like a quiz bowl. And the teams that do real well, eventually, I believe the national competition is in New York City. And if you win the regionals, you actually get free airfare to New York City. So there you go. You could win a trip to New York. Awesome, right? Plus, this will look pretty good on your college application. And I'll get a little bit into that, explain exactly what this is. First, what I want you to do is go to my webpage. Alright, so it's the By Harry Classroom webpage, the one that all of you should have memorized by now, right? Yep. And you're going to go to Economics, Econ Assignments, and Unit 1, right here. Okay? Now we're going to scroll down to the bottom. Alright, so this week, Chapter 3, February 27th through March 2nd, and right here where it says February 29th, it says EconChalenge, you're going to click on that. Alright, so this is going to take you to the page for the Michigan competition. Alright, we have to register, we start registering February 1st. We actually have to have our online competition done by March 2nd. So here's what the plan is. We're going to have you take this practice test. If you do well on it, first of all, you'll have an opportunity to get some extra credit if you do well on it. And two, it's also going to be an in-class assignment, which will go towards your homework grade. Alright, so there's some incentives. Remember, in economics, incentives matter. So there are some incentives to do this. But if you do really well on this, we're going to kind of pull you aside and say, hey, why don't you go ahead, take the official test online. Got to get it done before the end of the week. And if we do well enough and you qualify, then we will put together a team that will go to the regional competition, or the state competition, sorry. And the state competition is in Novi, right? And that is March 29th. So that'd be kind of cool. Get to go there, like a field trip. I don't know, what day is March 29th? Is that a, let's see here. That would be Thursday. Alright, so you get a class on Thursday. Great. Alright, so that would be what we're trying to do here, right? And if we do really well there, then we get to go to the regional competition, which I'm not exactly sure when that is, or I know when it is, but where it's at, we'll have to figure that information out. But that's sometime in April. And then in May, like I said, there's the national competition in New York, right? So get a trip to go to New York, and you get to fly for free, right? So who knows? Maybe you can get to that point. Really cool if Ike could send someone to New York for this competition. And those of you who do end up on the team, if we do make a team, we'll get a decent amount of extra credit. Right? We're going to provide some extra credit for those who qualify and get on the team. All right, so let's get going here. What we're going to do is we're going to go to here where it says Practice. Click on that. Like I said, this would look really good on a college application. So if you're thinking of getting to some of those competitive schools, throwing this up there would definitely look good, especially if we make it to do well at Novi and you work your way up through the different competition levels. Alright, so this is a practice test here. This will be very similar to the test you would take if you were actually trying to qualify for the team. And alright, so then we have the highest score you can get is 300. I'll explain the point system in just a second here. The median score is 78. What we're thinking here, what I'm thinking as far as the extra credit goes, as I said before, this will be a 10-point homework grade assignment. Alright, so you're going to, at the end, you're going to print off your score and hand it in, and you will get 10 points for doing that. If anybody in this class or my other classes gets a 300, that is, you get a perfect score, I will give you 20 points out of 10 on the homework assignment. I mean, you will get 10 extra credit points. Right? So if you do really well, have a chance to get some more extra credit. For those who don't do as well, but still, don't get 100% but do well, I will be giving out extra credit points accordingly. I do not know exactly what the scale will be. I want to see, what the results are first, and based on that, I will come up with the scale for points. But obviously, the better you do, the greater chance you'll have of getting points, right? So, the most will be 10, but, maybe if you get 250, maybe you're looking at 8, 9 points, that type of thing. I'm expecting, here's the median score of 78, so we're probably looking at least needing to get something about in there to get at least, a couple points, right? So that's kind of what we're looking at. All right, so what you'll need to do is type in your name. So I'll type in my name here. It's got me remembered because I've already been here once. And continue here. Alright, so here's where it explains the score system for how this works. You're going to get 35 minutes, so this is a timed test. Alright, you cannot go back and revisit answers once you've, given an answer. Can't do that. Alright, for each correct answer you get 10 points. Alright, there are 30 questions, so 30 times 10, 300. That's where we get our 300 score from. Alright, for every question you get incorrect, you lose 5 points. That's the reason why we saw the low, it said negative 115. That's because you can actually get, lose points and get a negative score. Alright? And if you leave the answer blank, then you will get 0 points. Alright? So to continue, you gotta enter your name in here, show that you understand the rules and all that stuff. And so you type in the name as it appears in the parentheses. Then you have to type in this registration code or access code. So you do that. And begin. Alright, so here's the first question. I'm just going to quickly fly through them. I'm going to take a 0 on this. Alright. So just keep clicking the mouse button here. And oh, it keeps moving that. Moving it back and forth, so I can't keep doing that. It's trying to trick me here. I'm going. And okay, I'm done. So now it's going to tally them up. It'll take a minute or so here. Alright, so in 1 minute I answered 0 questions. Alright, so here at the end, let's do a little quick recap. Gives the information about the guy who made the test and all that information you need if you're interested in going to it. So this is hosted by Walsh College. And down here you get your results. So I got a 0, yay, I got 0 correct. I got 0 incorrect. I left them all blank. And I placed 663 out of 1,046 people. Alright, so what you're going to do is once you get to this page after you've taken the test, you're going to go up in the corner and you're going to go to print. And then you'll print this on whatever computer is hooked up to your laptop at the time. Right? You're going to print that out, write your name on it, make sure your name's on there, and your hour. Put your hour on there as well. And then you're going to hand that in after you finish this for that 10 points for the assignment, and then for me to look and see if you did well and put those extra credit points in. Right? And like I said, if we have some people do really well on this and looks like Ike has a chance of putting a team together, then we'll call you aside, say, hey, are you interested in doing this, and have you take the test, and then if that official test gets you in, you're qualified, then we will go on and have a team from Ike go to Novi on March 29th. All right, so that's pretty exciting. That'd be cool. Like I said, it's a chance to maybe get out of school for a little while. I'm not sure exactly when the competition is on. Maybe it's in the evening, but it'll still be a fun thing to do. All right. So that is that. Alright, so that's what we're doing today. Have fun and good luck.